Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video and coming back to my channel. If you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around for makeup related videos every Sunday and Thursday. So today, if you are like, what is going on her face? I just filmed an Ulta try on haul. It's the video that's gonna be up right before this one, so I'll have it linked down below. But today, what we're gonna be focusing on is the new Colourpop Wild Nothing collection. So I obviously got the eyeshadow palette. This is the Wild Nothing eyeshadow palette by Colourpop. We're also gonna be talking about the new cream shadow formula by Colourpop. I picked up 2 of them. I also picked up one of the Jelly Much eyeshadows. This formula is not new to Colourpop, but it is new to me. I've never tried this formula from them. And then another new formula to both me and to Colourpop is their lip oil. So it's called Luxe Lip Oil Set. They do come in a set like this, but you can also get them individually, I think. I guess we'll just start with the cream shadow. So as I mentioned, these are a new formula to Colourpop. Let me just give you one more close-up of the packaging on them. Gorgeous. Like, the amount of detail that Colourpop puts into their packaging is just so crazy. And so I did pick up 2 of these cream shadows. These are both matte shades. I picked up Camouflage and Bronco. So let me just show you these. These are $8 each, and they don't come in a bundle or anything. You just have to buy them separately. But again, here is the little packaging. I mean, just look how cute. But here we have Bronco, which is the first shade. Oh, I literally just realized that from the video I just filmed, I already concealed my eyelids. Dang it, I was supposed to use these cream shadows as an eye base today. Oh, I'm so stupid, but whatever, it's fine. The other shade I picked up is Camouflage. This is more of like a skin tone brown kind of shade. I was hoping this was gonna be a little deeper. It did look deeper online. So this is Bronco, which is like a light yellowy cream shade. Oh, I still have swatches on, hold on. Okay, swatches are wiped off. Let's go in with Bronco first. I don't know if you'll, okay, well, that was terrible. I don't know why it's not swatching. Okay, so I tried to like rub it like a normal swatch, but right now I just patted it on like this, and you definitely get more of the color. But honestly, that's a little strange that it didn't apply really nicely. I don't know, we'll try Camouflage, which is the other one I got. They did have 4 of them. They had another light shade that had more of like a pinky cool tone undertone, which I think would be a lot better for fair skin tones. And then they also had a deeper brown. This is Camouflage. Let me just tap it on, I guess. I don't want to mess with the formula. Is it even showing up on me? This is the one up here. So Camouflage and Bronco. They don't swatch good. So that kind of makes me a little nervous. I know swatches aren't telling completely, but also they kind of are, because you can get an idea of like the formula and the texture of it. And I'm kind of scared. This might be a super bad idea, but we're just gonna try. So I'm taking Bronco. I don't really think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of Camouflage, unfortunately, but let's take the Bronco shade and just see what it does. If it does anything at all. I mean, my eyelids are concealed, so I don't know if it'll like add anything. I guess that's making it like a little lighter. Okay, I'm like not liking that. I don't know why. Maybe I just don't know how to use this. Again, I've never used like MAC paint pots or anything, so maybe I'm just like being an idiot, but I'm really not enjoying that. I think I'm just gonna put Bronco on this side and not on this side. It did lighten up. You can see that my eyelid is like lighter on this side than on this side. I think let's just maybe do a little experiment and just do it on one eye and see if it like affects the shadows in any way, but I don't know. I thought it was gonna be a lot creamier, a lot like easier to use, and it's way stiffer and tackier than I thought. So I don't know. When I did get this palette in the mail, I have been a little disappointed, and I'll tell you why, but here's one last look at the packaging. It's so gorgeous. Here's the inside top flap. Again, super cute. And then here are the 12 shades. Don't get me wrong, I was super excited about this palette, but when you get it in person, it's so light. It is so light toned compared to what I thought from promo pictures. The swatches, like, they don't work on me like a lot of these shades, so we're just gonna see if this is brown skin, tan skin, medium skin tone approved, because based on swatches, I don't think it's going to be, which sucks because it's actually a gorgeous color story. And so I also have 2 other palettes that I wanna just quickly show you next to them. So I pulled out the She's Got Solstice eyeshadow palette by Colourpop. This is also a new launch. It came out in March or April, I think, and it's exclusive to Ulta. And a lot of people were comparing it to this palette, like to the new one, when they first saw the promo pictures, and I'll show you why. And then I also took out Going Coconuts because I feel like a lot of people, if they do have one palette from Colourpop, it's probably this one. And I feel like these two combined make a more pigmented and better suited color story for like my kind of skin tone girls versus this actual palette, which is so weird. First, let's compare She's Got Solstice. This is what the two palettes look like. So here is Wild Nothing, and then here is She's Got Solstice, and they look very similar. This is so much more pigmented than this. Like, She's Got Solstice is definitely suited for medium to deep skin tones, and this one, Wild Nothing, is not. So here is Going Coconuts, and here is Wild Nothing. You get all of the like brown tones in here that are in this palette, but these are way more pigmented and show up way more on me. These two combined make up the more pigmented and better suited for my skin tone color story than the new palette does. So to start off my eye look, I always do the same thing, and I always have to set down my concealer, or I guess eye primer in this case. So I'm gonna take this pale white shade up here. It's called Crystal Cove, and it has like micro shimmer in it, but I don't think it'll actually show up on my eyelid once you like dust it out. Oh my god, look how powdery this is. Okay, you can't see it, I was trying to show you, but this is, oh god, this is just making a mess. Every time I dip my brush in here, it gets worse and worse. Oh my god, look how pigmented that is. Not really liking how this is going so far. Okay, I just applied it to the side just to make them even, but I don't like how it's looking, so hopefully the other shades just cover up like the stark whiteness that's happening on my eyelid right now. Let's see if Top Down even shows up on me. And these shades, I don't know what is going on. I feel like they're way more powdery than any other Colourpop matte shades have been, but yeah, that does not look like it's gonna be anything on me. It's literally just another like pale white shade. It has no pigment on my skin tone. I don't know, I feel like my eyelids don't look good. Okay, let's just move on. Let's just keep going. I'm gonna start with Vagabond and Come Together. So these two lighter brown transitions, but it's so crazy because this is actually the second deepest shade in the palette, and it's not deep at all. So let's see how this works on me. Oh my god, these are so powdery. It's like kind of annoying. Like, I'm not opposed to kick up in the pan. I'm super light-handed with my makeup, and so the fact that like I literally just tap my brush in and half the shade is like flying up, that's kind of annoying. Light purple on me. I thought it would be like brown. It looks brown in the pan, but it's literally coming off as like an ashy purple. By the way, this is the third time that I'm building up this crease, and do you see how light it is? Like, it barely does anything. My eyelids already look really bad, and me just continuously trying to build up the shade is not helping at all. So I really want to warm it up. I don't want a cool toned look today, so I'm gonna take the shade Morning Side, which is like this peachy orange shade. Again, annoying amount of kickback on here. It's too much, honestly. In the pan, it looks deep. Like, that orange does not look like it's gonna be a light toned orange, but it is not coming off like that on my lid. I'm gonna blow away all this powdered kick up. I think I'm gonna take this brown, which is the deepest shade in the palette, called No Bounds. I'm gonna try to put this in my outer corner and see what it does. Hopefully it brings some dimension, because right now everything is like super light and I'm not liking it. Like, the purpley brown just makes my eyelid look like I got punched and like I have a black eye. Like, that's the vibe it's giving off. I do not like that at all. I think let's just go in with Alcove, which is this pink color. It looks pretty. Yeah, I mean, that's a gorgeous shade, so hopefully it'll save this look. It's way more like icy than I thought. I want to go in with the Super Shock Shadow, which is called Spirited. This looks gorgeous. Oh, it also feels amazing. It feels like silk. So this is stunning. I'm hoping this will add a little something. Just some like glitter. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. That definitely amped it up. I'm gonna take this shade here called Coastline. It looks like a satin, and I'm gonna use this to highlight my inner corner. Oh, well, that's pretty. At least we got, oh yeah, that's gorgeous. That's like the perfect inner corner highlight shade. That's crazy. I'm gonna put some up here. We also have a jelly mud shadow. So I mentioned to you that the cream shadows were $8. This Wild Nothing palette is $18 for 12 shades. And then these jelly mud shadows are also $8 each. And they had 2 shades in this launch. And this is Mystical, which is a rose gold color, which I just feel like this one would look better on my skin tone. And so that's why I picked it up. This is what the packaging looks like. Super cute, gorgeous. And again, I've mentioned that this is not a new formula to Colourpop. They've had this formula, I think since 2018 maybe, but this is, I've never used it before, but it does look like this. Okay, so it literally feels like, it doesn't even feel like jelly, it feels like putty. Oh, okay, so it definitely, I feel like it didn't feel like I was picking up anything, but you definitely do get something. Let me blend it out here so you can see what it looks like. Here is Mystical. It's a rose gold, but it's basically just a lot of glitter, so I'm gonna try to top my entire lid with this and see what happens. Oh wow, that's actually really pretty. Do you see how much like wet looking glitter that added? That is pretty actually. All right guys, so I'm back and I finished up my eyes. I feel like everything always looks way better, like, and just more complete when you add eyeliner and mascara anyways. But I mean, we'll talk more about the palette when I go over kind of my final thoughts on my first time using this collection today. But let's just get moving into the Luxe lip oil set. And so this compartment is super cute, you just push it out. And this set was $38 for all 5 of these. They retail for $5 each. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm gonna hold it like this now since I'm nervous, but this size $38 for the 5 lip oils. They're each $8, so you're saving just $2 if you get the bundle, but you could just buy them individually if you just want like 1 or 2 of these shades. And let me just show you the packaging of these real fast. They're super cute actually. And so here's like the little lid of the lip oil, and then it says Luxe lip oil like that. First we have the clear one, which is called Dewdrop, and this is what it looks like. Super cute. So here's a Dewdrop. It just looks like your lips are just naturally juicy and hydrated and just perfect, honestly. This is so lightweight on your lips, very hydrating, but not sticky. Like, your lips don't stick together at all. Definitely very different consistency than a lip gloss. The next one we have here, which is the next lightest shade, is called Skinny Dip. This looks like kind of a pale nude color. Because the formula is very sheer and lightweight, it doesn't like cancel out my lips or make them look weird. So I really like this again. I feel like this is just one of those easy on the go kind of products. You don't really have to think too much about them. Let's move into the 3rd shade of the set, which is called Playa Vista, and it looks like the perfect mid-tone nude color. This is so far my favorite just because it suits my skin tone the best. But again, they're so sheer that it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's try the 4th shade, which is called Hot Shot, and this is a little bit even more like terracotta-y. Here is Hot Shot on my lips. I think these 2 are my favorite just because they're nudes and they also show up on me. And then the last color we have is kind of this brighter berry tone shade, and it's called Bengal. It's kind of like popsicle lips, like if you're, you know, sucking on like a red or a pink kind of popsicle in the summertime and it kind of stains your lip. That's the color that it gives off. And I wasn't expecting to keep this one on like through the end of this video, but I think I'm gonna keep it on because it looks gorgeous. This is actually my favorite thing from the entire collection. I think these are gorgeous. The formula of these are so high quality. If you put this in a high like quality packaging, like a high-end luxury packaging, and you just sold it as like a $50 lip oil, I'm sure people would still buy it because that's how gorgeous they feel on your lips. First, I went in with these matte cream shadows. This is a new formula to Colourpop. They, I think, are essentially supposed to be bases for your shadows, and I only use the shade Bronco today, which is the pale yellow kind of undertone shade. I did not like how this looked on my eyelid. It was weird for me to swatch. It was very like streaky, and I had to kind of tap it in instead of drag it like that. And then even when I put it on my eyelid, I feel like it made my eyelids look really dry. And I thought it was supposed to be like creamy and like smooth it over, but I don't know. I felt like it was tugging on my eyelid. So I'm definitely gonna have to experiment with these more. I don't like this at all. Like, I really don't like it. And it's such a shame because this packaging is probably my favorite packaging that I've ever seen from Colourpop. It is literally gorgeous. But this is not it. This is not it. Like, literally, I know I didn't use every shade in here. Like, I didn't use this green. Sorry, the sun is kind of like washing it out. I didn't use this green, and I didn't use this pale like gold super shock shadow, but I used every other shade in this palette, and it is not, and I repeat, not brown girl, tan girl, medium skin tone girl friendly. you can only use this if you are fair to light medium. And I'm a medium and it does not work on me. My eyes look so cool toned and kind of ashy. They're too light, they're not pigmented enough. They pull chalky, they pull cool toned, but not in like a flattering cool tone. They should be 4 different shades, this row right here. And on the eyes, they look exactly the same, which is so crazy. There's no like dimension or depth at all. I really like the Super Shock right here called Spirited. It's super pretty. It's like a light base that has a bunch of multi-dimensional glitters running through it. And then lastly on the eye, we put down the Jelly Much Shadow in the shade Mystical. It's pretty, but I feel like the formula is kind of finicky, and if you put too much and then you try to spend some time like tapping it out, it kind of separates the shadow that's on underneath. And so I think I just really need to figure out like how much to pick up on my finger and kind of go in with like a light wash of it instead of trying to like fully pack on the pigment. And so I think that's just kind of a learning curve for me. In terms of the actual color, I really like the rose gold on my eyes. So that is everything from the Colourpop Wild Nothing collection minus the blushes that I picked up. And I feel like you guys can tell that my like overall thoughts on this collection is kind of like negative. Like I'm not really in love with anything. Kind of sad to end this video on kind of like a bumming kind of note. I'm sorry guys, I really wasn't intending on this to be like negative. I thought it was gonna be such a pretty everyday palette for me, but unfortunately it didn't work out, and that's okay. I love Colourpop as a brand. I buy so much of their stuff because I genuinely stand by their quality. I think they make really awesome products, but you know, not everything is gonna work for you 100% of the time, and that's okay. Thank you so much for watching. One last time, if you wanna see what's on my face, go check out my last Ulta haul try on, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.